Say hi, YouTube. I had to hit record. We hadn't hit record yet. Whoa. God, that's too close, even for my mother. Okay. There we go. I think the anthem might need some work. Excuse me. Walking over 300,000 steps so far this month. Eternal Stewie, you're an absolute animal. Your streams are second to none, but your singing has a lot to be desired. Bro, that's what you think. I'm signed to, can't name a single record company. Give me a second. Columbia Records. I think that's a thing. Hot damn! Yeah, man. Here we go. Signed to Columbia Records. We figured it out. Billy Brewer says, I lost a history. I don't even... how do you lose a history? What's that even mean? What does that even mean? I don't know. I have no idea. Oliver Cronin, though, thank you. For 2 months. Best months of my life. Subscribe to Sealand. You're freaking right. Will you be licking doorknobs at the start of your next stream? True. We get vaccinated after this stream. But seriously, whether I'm singing or not, we have a Champions League. Let me get the chat separated out here. We've got a Champions League final to watch. The Champions League final between, excuse me, these lads right here. If you don't know what the Champions League is, right? If you don't know what the Champions League is, it is a tournament of all the hammers that are able to compete in Football Manager at that time, which means like why induct? If you just subscribed, you got that tier 1, make sure you get in the subscriber section of the Discord so you can partake in things like the next Champions League. Over 70 hammers competing in a Football Manager championship. And we are down to 2. Reece, not editor Reece, but literally another dude named Reece, up against Imperator. Now, Imperator made the final last time and lost. So that's something. And then on the other side, Reece, I don't even know if Reece played the first one. If he didn't, it doesn't matter. It's Manchester City, it's PSG, it's Reece 95 against Imperator. And we are going to break out Clive, and we are going to play this one match. We gonna remedy that. You're going to get to meet both the competitors before we get started. They are in a Discord call waiting to kick this game off. It is a one-leg final. It is for all the marbles. If you win it, you get your name in gold in the Discord for all time as a Champions League champion. Do you understand? Of course you do.
Syracuse versus Virginia today. Are you torn?
No, 4 years at Virginia, 1 year at Syracuse. I'll root for Syracuse, but when they're playing Virginia, Virginia's going to take it. Pat Reece, thank you for the 3 months. It's a fair question. So without further ado and build up, let's get into the lads first. For Imperator. Now, I've given them one sentence. I'm kind of curious to know what this is exactly. I've given them one sentence to describe themselves and win over fans before the game starts. And Imperator is first. Imperator, what is your one sentence?
2 times finalist. 2 times finalist. 2 times respect. Respect.
He's pandering for respect. Chad is a 2-time finalist to the Champions League. They call him 2 times. He did lose the first one, though. He did lose the first one, but now let's hear from Reece. He's got one sentence to win me over. Or all of us. I mean, there's already like... Hold on. There's already like 500 people here. Reece, what do you say to all of them?
3 words. Football's coming home.
There we go. We have the 2 sides anointed. I'm going to deafen up so that they can chat to each other in this chat. Football's coming home. That's what Reece has to say in the Champions League final. Well, let me get here. Stop interrupting him. What are we doing? Get ourselves situated. Is there a way to full screen this? It's like almost full screen, but it's not full screen. The pressure's building. Give me Shelton, thank you for the 7 months of the Twitch Prime. I know there's a full screen, but it has the dudes on the side. I don't want the dudes on the side. No offense to you, but I don't want your face staring at me on the side of the screen. It's one big
the best
head.
Part of waking up is Zealand in your Twitch notifications.
Raid! Then click the video once. Ayal thinks he's so smart. He thinks he's so smart. See, Ayal thinks he's so smart. How in the world? He's still on the side. Ayal's face is still on the side. How did we do this last time and why has it changed? What is wrong with this? That's it. That's the move. You pop out the stream. So it's like we did this last time. I had no problem with this. We walked right into it. No, it doesn't work. You pop it out, it works the exact same way. There we go. Now I got it. Let's go to the booth. Wait. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Zealand News. I'm your host, Zealand. The top of today's newscast, we have our two Champions League finalists, Imperator and Reece, who you've already met. Reece, we've got to look at the two groups right here. Reece was able to win his group with 5 wins to draw over Arsenal, Bilbao, and Everton. Whoever was managing Everton absolutely tanked. Got 1 draw and 5 losses in 6 matches. That's okay. Reece played his way out with those 16 points. And the Imperator's side was able to eke out 12 points in a group win over Manchester United, Lyon, and Atletico Madrid. In the round of 16, Imperator beat Bayern Munich 7-3. Reece beat Manchester United 9-5. In the quarterfinals, it was Arsenal against PSG in a 7-5 win for Imperator. Reece, a defensive showdown, just a 5-2 win over RB Leipzig. In the semifinals to get onto this stage to be able to manage the Champions League final in front of Clive, we had a 13-5 win for Reece. In 2 matches, he scored 13 goals against Real Madrid. And then Imperator with an 8-2 win over Inter. These are our 2 finest competitors clearly from this tournament. And they are in the Champions League final. Without further ado, we send it over to Clive at the stadium to bring us the action. Ladies and gentlemen, we're ready to play. In 2D, he says. Please, for the love of all that's good and holy, get it out of 2D. Manchester City and PSG for the Champions League final in a tournament of over 70 participants in the Hammers section on the Discord. The winner gets their name in gold. It's a one-off match for immortality. If you lose this match, you're forgotten forever. And we've got an injury already. It's Bernardo Silva who's picked up a bit of a knock. But there's a change going the other direction that we're going to see now from the PSG side. I believe he's just waiting for that Bernardo Silva injury to be worked out in some way or another here. First 7 minutes have passed without consequence. We're expecting a tense tie, of course, like any final. Everyone's very afraid of making the mistake that's going to put them in the bin, you know. Very afraid. We have a first highlight. Diallo. Is PSG in possession? It's Presnel Kimpembe. It's on for Diallo. Diallo's on for Neymar, and he's hit Edison right in the chest. He's not gotten one of those patented mistakes out of him. That's a bit unfortunate. Laporte. On to Gundogan, and this might be the full highlight here as Kyle Walker has gone down the right side for Reece. Reece 95 on the move. Riyad Mahrez trying to channel his form from yesterday. Kyle Walker from the right wing. Mahrez! It's in! No, it's not! It's hit the bar! It was right in front of the goal, but it's not gone towards the goal for Manchester City. Not the actual goal. And the first big moment for either team's come to pass as Mendy's working his way up this left side now with Gundogan. Into the middle, Fernandinho! Saved by Keylor Navas, who's more than capable of standing on his head to make a save. And this match has certainly opened up for Manchester City first. It's Reece 95 on the front foot, and Pirita, who made the final last time, is in trouble. And Ruben Diaz is hit right towards Keylor Navas. Navas able to hold it. The injury to Bernardo Silva's cost one substitute 7 minutes into the game for Manchester City. Four shots to one in favor of the citizens. The citizens. Is that how you say it? Something in there. Paredes and Herrera. Verratti. Verratti's got a wide ball. It's opened up now for Diallo. Diallo with the drag back for Neymar and Herrera. Shot blocked away, but Verratti keeps it alive. Diallo from the far channel. Diallo. Paredes blocked again, and the counter is on for Reece. Here goes Mahrez. He's drawn a crowd here, Riyad Mahrez, but he's slipped his defenders. Riyad Mahrez. And it's going to be a goal kick. After all that hard work, it's gone off him last and out of play. 30 minutes in the Champions League final. Tight, tense, spell of possession for Manchester City. A spell rather brief there for PSG. Perhaps a time for a tweak. "35 minutes gone. Sterling, cut out by Florenzi, Gundogan, De Bruyne. Ilkay Gundogan. It's found Mahrez, who's been brilliant. De Bruyne wide for Kyle Walker. He's got loads of space. Walker into the middle. Aguero, what a save by Keylor Navas. And now the counter is on with Icardi. And Aymeric Laporte is stifled. Keylor Navas has made a brilliant save on Sergio Aguero. And Reece 95, heavily influential in the attacking half of the field. But Keylor Navas has kept Imperator in this final. With a monster save, and now Neymar on to Mbappe. And he scored! Kylian Mbappe! The Aussie has scored! Imperator leads 1-0 against the run of play. Mbappe On the second time of asking, will it be a sweet Liverpool-esque redemption for Imperator in the final? He's worked his way through over 70 competitors once again to get himself back here, and now it's Paredes. Edison is there. The Aussies believe now. One of their own is in front. Reece 95's got to hold his nerve. He's had real chances to score goals. They just haven't gone in. Keylor Navas has been the better of the two goalkeepers, but it's a long throw. Mendy towards the goal. Aguero again! And Navas has snatched it. Another chance for Sergio Aguero. And half-time, it's 1-0 PSG. We have a look in an inside window now at what Imperator is doing to make changes. A classic 4-3-3. Loads of talent on either wing with Neymar and Mbappe. Causing problems so far. It's an interesting tactic. Won't read too much into it for the honesty of the competition. We're into the second half, and chat, who's gonna win it? Who's your favorite to win in the second half? Is it Imperator? Is it the Aussie? Or is football coming home? Is it Reece 95 to bring it to the English, who've not won a Champions League final? Reece needs it for English pride. The largest contingent of hammers, but they don't have a title. Walker trying to win one. Mahrez, Walker, De Bruyne, Fernandinho. Walker's got a ball for Aguero. Oh my word. He's skied it, absolutely skied it. It's a beautiful ball right into Aguero in front of the goal. And he's volleyed it clean over the bar. It's been a rapturous performance from Manchester City so far. They don't have the goal, though, and Kylian Mbappe does have the goal. We close in on the final half an hour. Is there some drama left? With 30 minutes to play, it's PSG 1, that's Imperator, and Manchester City 0. Reece 95. Starting to see that golden nameplate in the Discord slip away. Walker with a long throw. Keylor Navas, who's made one really huge save and a couple of reliable ones. It's a great distribution. It's Kylian Mbappe. He's got behind. Edison's made the save. Crucial for Manchester City to keep this together. It was dangerous the whole way, but the distribution from Keylor Navas was absolutely razor sharp. Ander Herrera. Verratti. It's one back here, and it's Aguero. He's picked up a bit of a knock here, but he's got space. Aguero, he's won a long throw for Manchester City in the attacking part of the field. But it will come to nothing. 65 minutes gone. Imperator still has the lead based off that set piece. And a goal from Kylian Mbappe. There's 20 minutes left to play now for Reece 95. $15 minutes left, and it feels like now. Now, Reece 95 needs to make a change. absolutely has to make a change to try and shake something free from his team. Phil Foden has come into the game for Manchester City. Is Phil Foden the one that's going to make the difference for Reece 95's boys? There's a long throw going on behind Imperator's changes. He needs to learn to pause when he's making his changes. Where's the etiquette from this lad? Unbelievable. 10 minutes left to play. Manchester City and PSG. Reece 95, the Englishman, against the Aussie. The English hoping to avoid finals heartbreak again. He said it was coming home, but Imperator said he's a two-time finalist. He knows what he's doing. He's got the 1-0. Reece 95 has 5 minutes left to score a goal. It's just precious few minutes left as Imperator decides what mentality to throw his team on. And very few chances to split in the second half. One big one for Aguero early on. But we do have a highlight. It's Mahrez through for Kyle Walker. Walker is on. He's still on. What a run by Walker, and he's eventually slammed away for a corner. It was majestic from Kyle Walker. Changes coming in again from Imperator. He can smell the golden nameplate in the Discord. For all time, he'd be remembered as a Champions League champion. The corner is not part of the highlight. There's 5 minutes left for Reece 95 to find a goal that you have to say he might just deserve. But on the day, it's been Keylor Navas. On the day, it's been Imperator that's found the moments. Mbappe and Neymar. And Mbappe, driving run. What a challenge by Ruben. Spectacular sliding challenge against Mbappe inside the 18. And now Manchester City is on the move. Aguero has tackled it off the other team, and now he's running into the corner. And Diallo's played it out. The defense from PSG, from Imperator's boys, has been brilliant. The tense nature of these final few minutes. There's just 3 minutes left to play. It's Kyle Walker with the throw. Walker's throw headed away by Mahrez, but the pace of Kyle Walker, he's won the ball back. Gundogan and Walker and Mahrez and De Bruyne on for Aguero. Somebody's offside. And that is devastating for Reece 95. Might be the last foray forward that Reece 95's team's going to be able to get here. They've got another highlight, though. It's Walker. Long throw. Presnel Kimpembe, and it's cleared away just as far as Ruben. The numbers are going to be flying ahead here for Reece 95. Laporte. Wide for Walker. Kyle Walker. He's kept the ball in. The defense on this side from Diallo, but it's turned over. Kevin De Bruyne has passed it away, and Kylian Mbappe for pace. Here he goes to win the title. He's won it. He's made it all the way back to the final, and this time it will be golden for Imperator. The Australian's got his second goal. Mbappe's gone off with a brace. And Reece 95's fallen on the final hurdle. What a moment for Imperator. It's so unlikely. Out of a tournament of so many, back into the final. This time a champion. Deservingly so. What a competitor. And we will head back to the news desk to recap what's just happened. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Zealand News. We've got this coming across the desk right now. Imperator is the winner of the Champions League final. After losing in the Champions League final last season, he's come through to win. Reece 95, falling at the final hurdle, but after one of the highest scoring ties we've ever seen, that 13-5 in the semifinals against Real Madrid was absolutely unbelievable. What a performance from Keylor Navas. He laid down a 7.7. Obviously, Kylian Mbappe with 2 goals. He's a huge key to what Imperator was able to do on the field today, you know. And we're going to look to interview both people. We're going to go back to the corner so we can have some look at the stats. But what a great competition. Over 70 people participating this time. We're looking maybe even over 100 people in the next Champions League to try and get themselves that beautiful golden bacon. Absolutely awesome stuff. So let's get into the corner and we'll get set for the interviews. We're gonna go with Reece first. So Imperator, if you can mute up. Reece, you there?
Hello. Yes, I'm here.
All right, man. First of all, condolences, Reece. I honestly, you out XG'd him. I know that's what you're gonna say.
But if you can't put the balls in the net, you're not going to win. Simple as that, really.
So what was the biggest contributing factor to a defeat on the big stage today?
Well, Aguero was my top goal scorer throughout the whole competition, and in the final, he decides not to turn up. And Mbappe is just one of the best players in the world, really. So,
what'd you make of the tactical battle between the two teams?
Well, I suppose I haven't played this. The first time I've used this tactic, so I suppose it serves me right. I used a 4-2-4 in the knockouts, and then I've changed to a 4-2-3-1, and it's come back to bite me.
What was the thought process behind that change, though?
I don't really know, to be honest. I thought the 4-2-4 I was conceding lots of goals, but I was also scoring. And I know with his front three of Neymar and Mbappe, I wanted to go a little bit more defensive, but it hasn't quite worked.
Completely understandable. Well, my man, it was a brilliant run. You got to play in the final, which not a lot of people even get to experience. So congratulations on getting that far, and I'm sorry you've come up just a bit short on the day.
Yeah, cheers, mate. Thanks for the opportunity.
And thanks for being part of an elite online gaming community. Okay. We're gonna
Thank you, mate. Thanks.
Yeah,
cheers.
see you, man. We're going to get Imperator in now. I expect raucous celebration from the first Australian champion. How are you?
Woo! Baby, I am the special one. 2 times, and I've won it. I have 1 silver medal and 1 gold cup.
And the Gold Cup. You're only the 3rd person to ever win the Champions League
I know,
title.
I'm the first person to get 2. Sorry.
Yeah, no. Have you even been able to process what this means for the rest of your life yet?
Oh, this is the best thing that's ever happened to me. I am the special one. I am the greatest competitor of this competition. There is no question about that. I will always be the greatest of all time. Thank you.
And what was the main reason you were able to win this game today? You can't just say Kylian Mbappe. So, what were you able to do to win this game?
Other than Kylian Mbappe, who just solid run for his second goal, just you cannot stop that. And his first strike for the first goal, just cannot stop that. Greatest player of all time. Don't even know who Neymar is. Navas, the amount of just if I don't know if he was watching the same game as New Zealand, but Navas just he kept it together. He organised the defence, and he made me look good.
Oh, he had a 7.7. I think you channeled his form from real life yesterday.
I did. I actually hired the real life guy to actually play him in game.
So now you've made the final, and then you've won the final. Where does Imperator go from here?
The Streamer Showdown.
Ooh.
It's according to someone in the chat. Someone just said I have a better final record than you in the Streamer final.
You actually have the exact same. We're both 1-1 in major finals.
Yeah, but have you won?
Yes.
I don't believe that.
Okay.
I'm kidding.
Nice. Sorry. That wasn't me. Somebody else just came in the Discord chat. That was super weird. Okay.
Yeah, weird.
Do you have anything? I mean, you've asserted yourself as maybe the greatest Champions League player of all time, right? There's been 3. You've made a final. You've now won 1. Do you have anything else to say about your future in the competition?
Can only go up from here. And I'd like to say thank you to the mods, Ale and Kane, and the rest of the fuzz. I love them all. Kisses. Mwah.
Absolute pleasure as always, Imperator. Off into the sunset with gold on his name for all time as a Champions League champion. Hashtag justice for Reece in the chat. That was a great Champions League. That was a great Champions League. Let's open up Football Manager. What a win for Imperator. Who is this, by the way? Is this like Copernicus?
Let's go, champ.
Marcus, thank you for the 3 months. Let's go, champ, to Imperator. I see you. El Stoily, thank you for the 2 months. And Ryan Cloak, welcome to an elite online gaming community. With the tier 1. Who eliminated the last time winner? Dude, I don't even know if he was playing. Ryan Jones got close to making consecutive finals. He was the first champion. Can we do this on, can you play in the Champions League on FM mobile? No, you can. You can. No, it's just Football Manager on computer. I don't know how you can't because it's a different game. There's no way we'd be able to do that. Unfortunately, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Declan Rice. Did I miss the final? Yes. Football went home to Australia. That was what happened. Football went home to Australia. Why? My mic is like going the wrong direction right now. It's very weird. Okay, there we go. It's running away from me, chat. So, other news today. Right outside of the fact that we just crowned Imperator as the Champions League champion, which...
Source check.
Got you. I have no idea. That was a sauce check. What are you talking about? Easy. Staggering 32 players. Firm believer in rotation. Also, we've just been steadily improving the team all year. We lose Johan Madrid through injury. Kean Harris through fine. God, I love it here. Awesome. Z, you have a saucy forehead. Thank you, man. It fits all 5 fingers. Nice. Welcome, Gamer FIFA. How is FIFA this year? Maybe have any strong FIFA opinions? I'm thinking about cracking it open soon. You watching the Europa League today? I might turn it on. There's a lot of college basketball on too. I know that's not big for most of you guys, but it's a lot of fun to watch for me. My team is playing college basketball today, so got to lock in, got to pay attention to that. But I ain't no fake fan. I'm ready. This dude's lack of pace is deeply concerning. It's a very weird striker. He's got nice colors, but it's awful. He said the new FIFA, it's bad. Who knew? The new FIFA's garbage. FIFA's only gotten worse. Same game as past years. Seems rigged as always. FIFA's garbage. So many people play it, though. Like, if everybody hates it, why does everybody play it? You know? At Kean Harris from Bristol Rovers. He's poor, in my opinion. He's been great. We just got him called up to the Welsh national team. Yeah, he just got called up to the Welsh national team for us. And he started all games but one in the top league. Virginia Storm in the ACC as perp. Not even a good, like, Virginia team necessarily, but still won the ACC regular season, which was kind of nuts. Hanging a banner anyways. FIFA's good if you buy it every 3 years.
Hey Zealand, I stream on Twitch by the way, Shannon. Hopefully you can get the dub next showdown and lead Imagine Dragons to European glory. Poggers.
Yes! Imagine Dragons, thank you for the 3 months redemption. And welcome to the TTS gang. You've used it wisely. It's actually, that's how I introduce myself in public settings. Zealand, by the way, I stream on Twitch, Shannon. It's more like,
Hey Zealand. I have decided on the name for our Twitch baby. Wait for it.
Dairy? Like, wait for it, dairy? Is that what we're... Legend, wait for it, dairy? You're already at 11 months, dude. You're past that. You're 1 month away from gold, Fifth Mellow Music. Thank you for those 11 months. And then we got to go to Belarus and look something up here in a sec. This dude's an exceptional player. Looks like he might be in striking distance in terms of, like, wages and stuff. And so, interested in that there. We have a player lookup redemption to look up Belarus top wonder kid. And it looks like it's this dude, Igor Borisov, at Dynamo Moscow. He's already valued at 3.3 million. He came up from Bate Borisov. Igor Borisov, chat. Only way FIFA improves is FIFA points packs getting banned in enough countries. That'd be nice. I just don't even understand. Like, I haven't played since FIFA 2016. I don't even understand, like, there's so many different packs and, like, colored cards of players when I watch it on Twitch randomly, or you just see it online. And then you're just like, you know, throw a scout on him. Devin French. He's playing at Hoffenheim, 22 years of age. Got a face out of the face pack, which means you didn't get a face out of the other face pack. But anyways, goes from young Ajax, gets the loan at Sparta Rotterdam in 21-22, actually plays 25 games, then gets moved to Anderlecht, who's a pretty regular player in the Jupiler for 2 seasons, and then gets signed by Hertha for 20 million, and they sold him to Hoffenheim. He's still a Bundesliga player, but not an incredible regular in the Bundesliga yet. Still, though, a player that's getting paid a lot of money to do a lot of things in a top 5 league, so it really isn't pay to win anymore. FIFA Ultimate Champs gives actual rewards. I suppose that's good, but it's still always pay to win when if you just put enough money in the game, you can get Ronaldo somewhere, right? Promo packs every time, massive revenue for EA. Play it anyway, you did get it for free. Frank, I'm going to play FIFA. Now, I don't know, like, not for content necessarily, but like, I'll crack it open and give it a go. It's just weird. The issue is FIFA doesn't have any competition, so they can just kind of do what they want. No, they're just trying to maximize the amount of money they make. El Saco Loco, thank you for the Twitch Prime and welcome to the Hammers. I only played FIFA for career mode. Once I finally took the FM plunge, there was no point in FIFA anymore. Showed just how empty career mode as an experience is by comparison. Well, and Football Manager does spend like all of its time focusing on this. You know, they don't have to worry about handling the matches. They're like, oh, the low level of team training. I have never, like, I guess because how professional this team is, I've never run into a team that complains more about the team training than this team does. This is a unique experience in the annals of my life. Dealing with a team that complains this much about lack of training. Like, I've been double stacking a lot of different training sessions, and they're just like, no, we want more. Give us more. Game with FM mechanics and FIFA gameplay, that'd be awesome. Yeah, I mean, look. If Crusader Kings and Total War combined into one game, that would be awesome too. There's always the dream combination of different types of games. But it'd be very hard to make it work with all the different levers that Football Manager has. And then, of course, part of the element of Football Manager is the fact that you're not controlling the players. And so if you took control over the players, then things like, you know, morale would matter less, right? Or big matches, or or consistency. Those sorts of things wouldn't matter nearly at all because you'd be actually playing the matches if you wanted to actually play all of them. Danushka, thank you for the 4 months. Tonight's the Zealand College basketball derby. It is. And I'm excited to watch it. I'm going to root for Virginia, right? Virginia is always my number one team. I hope Syracuse does well, but I'm going to root for Virginia. A lot of my friends will be rooting for Syracuse. I'll also be in class while that is on, so that'll be fun. God, you're streaming early today. I know. Yeah. I know I'm streaming early today. The feeling of helplessness when you get pummeled on Football Manager is somehow addicting. You should probably get that checked out by a licensed psychologist. You can do it in an old FIFA like 2001, move your save between the two games. No way. You couldn't do that on an old FIFA. You live in Virginia? No, I went to UVA. I don't live in Virginia now. A FIFA dev just got caught selling legends on for cash on PayPal. That's hilarious. See, yeah, saying FIFA's not pay to win is almost like Stockholm syndrome because you're just willfully making yourself unaware of the fact that, yeah, I mean, if you have enough, the idea of pay to win is if you have enough money, the game's going to be easier, and it's true, yeah. If you're able to get the best player at every position, if you have enough money, you'll be able to get the best player at every position. That's pay to win. Don't let the Stockholm syndrome overwhelm you. It's still a pay to win game. Our defense is suspect for this game. Very suspect. At least Matt Butcher's still hurt. Wait, that's a bad thing. Yeah. Unfortunate. Really unfortunate there. Sometimes I make FM21 kits. I've made a Zealand FC concept kit. Send it to you on Twitter. All right, yeah, man. I'm always down. When do you have time to study? Wow. Come on. Are you serious? Did he really just also get hurt? Are you like, is this a joke? Oh my God, dude. It's like, it's a hernia. That's not even like an intensity amount of training thing. That's just, you just got a hernia. Did a sit-up too hard or something. Missing 3 defenders for this game. Two of them will be out for a while. Sengui, who he loaned in, got hurt for a month and a half, played 3 matches, and just got hurt for another month. So that guy's been a useless waste of $335,000 per year. Zilcius! Mombot with the gifted sub to Kaz in Zilcius Drone with the 2 gifteds to Hellthorn and Joking Show. Thank you so much for the couple of gifted subs. Can we get some bacon in the chat to thank Zilcius? First 2 gifted subs. Zillius. Why is it so hard to say? Zillius. I'm all over it. I'm all over it. Pumpster. Thank you so much for a good afternoon. Kindness is lost on the internet. Ooh, Maddie Monnier. Show me that potential, you frisky Frenchman. Poulet Maddie Monnier. Zealousness with another gifted to Beach Crime. Ladies and gentlemen, this message goes out to Chester. I should change my intro. I am no longer a geography champion. I have been dethroned. I am not worthy. Please forgive me. Fake news. It's fake news. I lost a flag battle. I did not lose a geography battle. Don't listen to him. Don't listen to Chester. It's fake news. It was a flag battle. It wasn't a geography battle. Yo, Zealous's going off. Just Tuborg, welcome to the Hammers. And if you are getting gifted one of these subs, make sure you get in the subscriber section of the Discord. Enjoy the bacon, enjoy the emotes. And be sure to thank Zealous's. It was flags, dude. I lost a battle of flags. Yeah, vexillology. I hope that's what I said. Hey, somebody actually took points off Porto. That's insane. Nick the Bull! 5 gifted subs to Henry Meetsis, Vex Ashton, Knee, and Tancredo Galilee. Cinco de Gifto. Zealous just threw down 4. Nick the Bull throws down 5. Gifted subs got 5 new hammers. Hot man. We have a good chance, you know? What was that, dude? They just like skipped like 15 songs. Zealous's with the 10 gifted subs. Zealous's, thank you so much for 14 gifted Cortica. Kieran, Tiems, Subtle Slight, Pompey, Smiggy, Bevan, I'm the Guy, Viking, Dan, and Magnificent. Welcome to the Hammers. Make sure you get in the subscribers section of the Discord to take full advantage of being part of an elite online gaming community. Also, Dan, how you doing? No, we got to be ready for the reaction. We have one of the poorest defensive records in the league. We make a lot of mistakes. We're also missing 3 of our starting defenders, so... God, I love it here. Aziz Ishtiwi, standout qualities. He can make a difference for us. Absolutely. He's great at running with the ball. Thoughts on Pereira's face? I'm not commenting on anybody's rumors. Let's get into this match. All of a sudden, the media is super interested in Oriental Dragon, you know, because we're an actual team. Doing actual team things. We win this match, we might even guarantee our safety with 4 matches left. This is the team that's like trying to play its way out of the relegation playoff. That's what it's trying to do. He can handle it. Hey Zealand, how do I beat PSG? I'm in season 7 of my La Havre save. I've never beaten PSG in 15 meetings, and the closest I've ever got to them was 8 points last season. Look, to dethrone the Parisians, you have to be capable of winning the Champions League. You have to be at the absolute top level of the game. So in order to do that, the same way that you build teams up the whole time. If you're finishing second, you want to make sure you're reliably getting into the Champions League knockout stages so that you are considered one of the biggest clubs in the world. Once you reach that point, you're going to need to continue to scout the entire world. You're going to need to continue to sign all these talented young guys that you end up around. Like, if you have the entire world wired, as you should when you get to that level of ability, you should have the entire world wired. Once you do, you should be able to see, identify and then sign players that are like really good. I feel like ODFC was in the States, they'd be treated like the Washington football team. Why? All right, guys, we got a new youth intake. It's gonna make me cry, guys. I know you can't see it. I know. That's literally by design. It's literally by design. You ready? You ready? Dude, I'm over the moon. These guys are gonna be so good. Let's go! Yes! Come on! Come on, chat! Yes! God! Yes! Best youth intake I've ever seen. Woo! Absolute world beaters, chat. These kids are insane. It's the worst youth intake I have ever seen. Like, the worst youth intake I have ever seen is that one right there. I have never seen a worse youth. Nobody's 2.5 stars. Nobody is 2.5 stars. How is that possible? How do you do that? That's the worst youth intake I have ever seen. Just sign the goalkeeper and, like, that's it. I'm signing nobody else from this youth intake. There isn't one person, not even the random Tanzanian guy that came in. Like, when I came up initially, I was like, how am I going to play this, right? Oh, they're so bad. God, that youth intake was spectacularly poor. Okay. Now, not that we haven't invested in it. We don't have good youth recruitment. Our facilities suck. Like, we're in survival mode as a club right now. It's survival mode in the not like in a bad way, but just like be in the top flight for a year or two, and then everything makes sense. This dude has 18 appearances for the Paraguayan national team, and is thusly a problem. Mbala and Sola is fast, but he's pretty quick too. Let's be honest with ourselves. Charles Correa. This team is like about to get relegated, and all these players are better than anybody that I have. Love it when that happens. All right, we are going to play from here. We're going to look to start on balanced, if that's okay. We are missing 3 out of our 4 defenders. The only one that has been able to stay is Diego Castellanos is fit for this match. Everybody else is not. Come on, boys. So it's going to apparently be a tough match. They're playing for their lives. They're literally playing for their lives. So we have to stay focused here. I mean, obviously we have to stay focused. We haven't guaranteed safety yet, technically speaking. We are 8 points clear of that spot in the table with 5 matches left. They are going to be, dude, they're going to be playing like, they are going to be playing so hard. Because they have 4 points to make up to get out of that spot. We need this. This is going to be a huge game. If we win this game, super comfortable cruise to the end of the season. You know, in the mid-table is so tight in this league that we can totally, our top half finish that we've really kind of locked in on over the last 2 streams. That's where we can be. Call me Abdi. Thank you so much for the 2 months, the Twitch Prime. And Casper Svart, somebody remind me. Somebody just gifted Zealosus didn't actually have a sub. Zealosus came in and gifted 14 subs and didn't actually have a sub to the channel. Thank you to the anonymous gifter that gave the sub to Zealosus. I appreciate it. But Casper, we'll look up Kai after this. Just got to make sure you remind me because I might forget. I'm sure chat will. Followed you on Spotify. Now I can always catch a stream when I see you're listening to Stream Beats. That's pretty slick, actually. Yeah. Twitch chat is affecting the quality of training. Do you think? Yes! Come on! Just need, if somebody scrap a freaking goal, terrible goalkeeping. I don't care. It's in. I don't care. Thiago News. It's in. Like, I really, this is last 5 matches of the season. This is all about, are you winning or are you losing? Are you winning, son, or are you losing, son? Because if you lose, you're adopted. Attaboy Polito. Come on, Stewie. Come on, Stewie. Corner. Let's go. Favorite player from Celtic and FM? The Shapes Forest. Again. Oh, it's Forest. Probably Forest. No, Rogic is fine. Oh, I honestly thought he would be able to score that. This goes to show we're playing so far above our level. When this is a team that's about to get relegated, they've got like national team players all over there. God! I just sneezed all over my computer. How did I get caught in the middle of a sentence by a sneeze? Ugh! What the hell was that? I was just talking and it was like, revolt! Oh, let's go, dude. Come on, News. Turn and burn, baby. Turn and burn. Dance on him a little bit. What a ball! What a ball! That's safety. It smells so good. I can smell it from here. That vaccine can't come soon enough. I am getting my like this stream is literally ending a little early today because I have to go get my vaccine today. You know, you don't want to like you take whatever schedule they give you. Polito already got one. Daber Polito, absolute beast mode. Daber Polito. I love the way that sounds. Xander Pops, thank you for the 3 months. Zealand, you lose, you're adopted. You win, your mother and father love you very much. That's where we're at, and we are winning. Father, I am winning. Boy, Matty Monye. With this win, we can basically consign them to defeat, too. Like, to relegation. Very happy. Let's keep our heads up. We've suffered back-to-back defeats, 5-2 and 2-1 to Porto and Benfica, so this is a nice return to confidence as well if we can pull this off on the road, no less. Great performance from Thiago News, by the way. He got the goal. Obviously, there was a hint of fortune in that, but he did put the ball in the back of the net. And his assist, his pass into the path of David Polito was really good. That's a goal. Come on. This is on Matty Monye. There is no way that somebody should be able to head the ball from this close to the goal. No way. Oh.
Hold me.
Let me go get some water. If apparently I'm supposed to hydrate 85 times. I'm hydrating, chat. Leave me alone, man. Hydrating. Diggy Dylan, thank you for the 4 months as part of the Hammers, my dude. I appreciate it. What a frustrating goal to concede. 4 teams on 40 points right now in the league. That's fun. Maglor? Oh. That rapid fire distribution. Make him pay. Make him pay. Oh, the ball. My goodness. This is like textbook. Boop. And 2. And this defender keeps coming too far up. And David Polito's going to make him pay. 3-1. Tiago News to the goal and 2 assists. Looking like an absolute beast. It's just beautiful. It's just a beautiful bit of play. 2 touches. We ramp the ball in towards the goal. We score the goal. I mean, it's beautiful. It's just a beautiful piece of... Oh, Lord. Forcing... can we force them inside, please? Please? Please do that? What? Like, we're giving up these crosses, man. That is the only thing they're doing. And it apparently is causing a huge issue. Oh, yeah? It was Noose, too. It was Noosey boy. Who's having a stormer. Castellanos is so fast. There's no way Baptista's going to be able to do anything with him. Adam, what? That looked like a great challenge. Tong Shun, attaboy. Way to shovel it out of there. Let's make some changes. So Shtiwi is tired. Let's drop him for Diaz. Or better yet, a better defender in Michelle. Just gotta play as an inverted winger. He'll be fine. Noose stays up there because he's been fantastic, but in the midfield, we drop Joka for Ayub Lianga, and we put him as a ball winner. Little fresh legs in the middle. We do not deserve to win this game at all. If I was them, I would be furious. Their XG is brilliant. Granted, both of their goals were essentially tap-ins into an open net, but their XG is still better than us. They outplayed us in this game. We had one tactical hole against them, and Daber Polito was able to finish his chances. That's really what made the entire difference in this game. In my recap, yes! Auto Matrix has gifted a tier 3 sub for the second straight stream. Hello, first time watching a live stream. Not sure I understand Twitch. Please send help. Hey, if Militia, you have any questions, feel free to ask if I don't see them about what's going on here. Right, I'm sure somebody else in the chat will be happy to help you out. I am right here, right now, live, talking to you. That's just basically how it works. We're playing matches. We're a team called Oriental Dragon in Portugal. We've made it all the way up to the top flight. This is a real team. There are 4 matches left in the top flight season. And we are playing to, I mean, technically we still have a chance to get into Europe. Albeit a bit of a long shot. Jack Beal, bye. Thank you for the prime. And Big Daddy Moses with the gifted sub to Malicious. So now what's happened, Malicious, is you are part of the Hammers. You're now a Twitch subscriber. Somebody has gifted you the sub. So you have bacon next to your name. There are a bunch of emotes, which if you click that little face down at the bottom right, there's a bunch of emotes that are available just to the Hammers, who are the subscribers to this channel. And you're able to use all of those. A lot of them are very funny. A lot of them are used at different times throughout the stream. You'll kind of pick up on that intrinsically the more you hang out, right? You also have access now to the Discord, which you might be in already or might not be in. In the Discord, there's a subscriber section of the Discord And in that subscriber section, there are a bunch of things like the Hampions League. We played the Hampions League final at the beginning of the stream today. There's the Hampions League. There's also, there's like a bunch of different games. There's the Lounge, which if I hang out in the Discord, I'm going to be hanging out in the Lounge. Focally, there's the Hammer Chat where you can hang out with all the other Hammers, a bunch of different gaming stuff. There's even a D&D game that goes on in there. And so a lot of fun things in there. You have access to it if you sync up your accounts, malicious. And you're now part of an elite online gaming community. It's pronounced Beelby. That's a pretty cool last name, Jack. Jack Beelby. Thanks for your first ever sub, man. And do all that same stuff. And Chewy has the tier 3, of course, because Automatrix is insane and just gifted Chewy a tier 3, which means that's a $25 sub. Gives you some gold emotes and such in there. And we do have the player lookup. We also have this first. Thiago News was... I wouldn't swap him for anybody except for Harry Kane. Absolutely. That's the answer I'm saying. We've reached the off-fetted 35-point target. I'm pleased with where we're at, and I hope we've done enough. I mean, shoot, we're top half of the table right now. It just goes to show you how tight everything is. We're literally top half of the table, and they're like, well, how do you feel about your performance in the relegation battle? CD Nacional has officially been put into at least the relegation playoff. I suppose they're still around. Wow, Benfica's really caught in the dregs. Sporting is in 10th. That coach is so fired. He is so totally fired. I'm going to sign none of this youth academy team. Literally none of it. But we should finally be, we should be in a much better financial position now. We're not in a bad financial position. I think we're making money very slowly over time. But the value of our players, the quality of player that we're going to be able to bring through, we're consistently going to kind of be able to bring through the huge reputation boost we're going to get from being able to stay up. We're 11 points clear with 4 matches left, so that's a fairly comfortable position, I would say. A fairly comfortable position for me. Hey, Effie Anyi, this is the type of thing we need. We need you to be able to improve without playing, and I'm really happy that he's doing that. Boule Matty Monnier is now considered a 2nd division level goalkeeper. What improvement. We're definitely playing Kieran O'Hara, though. Matty Monnier was not brilliant in that last match. Gregoire Berthier. I'll let him go. Now that we have our Macau winger, I don't think we need another winger on the payroll. Now I have forgotten the player lookup. I had remembered it for a while, but now I've forgotten it. See the difference? Thank you, IL, for being a great mod in 28 months. Get all the love in the chat for the mod that everybody knows. The mod. Out of a team of elite people. Kai Syracuse. I'm making sure I spelled this right, but I think I did. Sierhuis. So after all that, we actually have to redeem it because the dude's not around anymore. Youth candidates evaluated. You want to sign all these guys? Are you sure? Even Rajab Chudu, the 15-year-old Tanzanian center back? No, I signed the goalkeeper and the rest of the youth academy this year. Terrible. Terrible. It's with a J. Got it.
To the Folgers jingle tune, the best part of waking up is Zealand. Hey, what's up?
And welcome to the stream. On that note, Rivet, thank you for the 2 months. I'm an Overwatch fan. So what do you think about Sebastian Soto? Worth being excited about? Up the hammers? Yes, Rivet. Have you seen him play for the U.S. team too? Sebastian Soto. I watched Sebastian Soto for the first time at the U20 World Cup. That kid has a chance to be the national number 9 of the United States, which it means more than it did in the past. You know, but like Wouldn't you like to? I mean, the U.S. is a top 30 national team, and it's reasonable to be excited about a guy that has every expectation to be the number. It's him or Josh Sargent, really, or Jordan Sabachi, who's going to try and throw his name in the ring from Young Boys. But I think that we're looking at Sargent or Soto. Yeah, okay, so he's not Josie Altador, but you know what I mean. Cameron Branna, thank you so much for the Twitch Prime. Welcome to the Hammers. And Cap, thank you for the 500 bits. So, do you really think DK is going to get in there? I love the way he's playing at Barnet is pretty good, but I still feel like he's got a ways to go. Let's look at where he's been. Syracuse. He gets bought by Stade Reims, which I think is what happened in real life, and then he played a lot for one season and then started to fall out of the team, and then Feyenoord bought him for 3.2 million, and now he couldn't really get a game. 10 games last year to 6.48, didn't play well, then just one match. And bought by Dijon back to Ligue 1, and he's playing more regularly than he did in Eredivisie. This is a very weird career path for Kai Sirhuis. He looks like
dog a sandwich.
He's settled. Is a hot dog a sandwich? Yes, a taco is not a sandwich. That's where I draw the line. The U.S. team is very exciting, yes. But DK's current progression. I know, the dude wasn't a regular in the MLS. All of a sudden, they loan him to the English Championship, and he's banging goals in all over the place. You're like, either the MLS is better than we thought, or Daryl DK is, like, coming out. He's having a coming out party. Dimitri with a gifted to David. Wow! And Cameron Barona, the gifted to Taylor. Wow! What happened to Jordan Morris? He tore his ACL again, unfortunately. I think injuries are going to be what keep Jordan Morris from ever being a super regular player for the U.S. national team. Well, welcome to the Hammers to both of you. Make sure you get in the subscribers section of the Discord. Make sure to thank your sub gifter. Dimitri's got 10 career gifteds. Cameron dipping the toe in the water. First gifted sub of their Hammers career. I play for a Greek league, and they have the rule of 8 max non-EU players. Marty, it's 7 and he tips. Yeah, look, you just have to use them wisely. There's no tips. There's no way to get around a foreign player rule. You know, like, there's no way to get around it. So you just have to... You have to use them wisely. You have to be much more selective. You have to be much more selective with the players that are non-EU that you're going to bring into your club. That's essentially how you have to approach it. Is you have to be more selective. Jordan Chassis, experienced midfielder. This dude can step right into that sweet Marakamshik role. So he's asking for a lot of money. It's worth scouting. David Vieira could help with our lack of depth in defensive midfield. You've heard he started scouting the guy. Contract.com. He's going to be contracted there for the next 4 years. Enoch Mwimba. There we go. That's a good looking player. Dude's playing amateur in the United States, but we found him. Our scouting team unrivaled. Best in the world. The end of contract scouting still paying dividends. We just have one guy on it now, but he's still turning. Sigurd, the big, strong Viking man, continues to produce good finds. Those U.S. amateurs, if you can get them young enough and actually help them reach their potential, it could be worth it. Nicholas Strunk. 8's big matches. That's enough for me. No chance this dude's any good at all. He's going to be terrible. I did do the player lookup, yes. I'm here to learn how to play this. Well, that and the YouTube's good. Also, thank you guys for showing I'm not normally this type of person, but this is like the first series, and it almost makes me uncomfortable because I've never done like a series before. But you guys have, you guys really love the saving saves, but like, and I appreciate it. It's so much fun to do. If you haven't watched the video that came out already today, it's the newest Save Your Saves, worst contract I've ever seen. Yeah, you up? If you don't upvote your own videos, what are you doing? Right? But imagine complaining about not finding good Wonder Kids yet refusing to wire the world. Nice. And there's a song at the end. Incredibly well-made song, if I may say so myself. An original single, as you can probably tell by the artistry. It's boutique. Any other words that I can use to describe this? Oh, wow. Omar Madani. It's not bad. Dude's a really good athlete for a 31-year-old center back. Really good athlete. Oh, okay. Let's actually set up a correct technical training, please. Why is this all, like, reorganized? Just random bits of training in there. Can't wait for our training test to be done. Saving Saves the best series. Check out my stupidity, though. Yeah. And oh, also, if you're in the Hammers, you can submit your saves for Saving Saves. I forget to say that a lot, but it might matter. Hey, Daddy, streaming early today, always on Thursdays. Check out that new schedule. Hey, Zealand, planning to go to the NJCAA college next year. Currently staying in the UK and seeing you commentate on games. Wonderful standard. Was wondering the standard of an NJCAA college in Missouri. Declan, awesome decision. I think that if sports gives you the opportunity to travel like what you're taking, that you should definitely take it. Always a proponent of that. And I've always said, like, look, if you're not, because there's always plenty of people in here that they play in England, right? And they're like, well, what about playing in college? Now, an NJCAA in Missouri totally depends on where you are. If you're around St. Louis, it's going to be a pretty metropolitan feel. It's not going to be too unusual. There are a lot of places in Missouri where you will feel like you are on Mars compared to where you live now. You're talking about the standard of competition or the standard of living? I'm talking about the standard of living. I'm not saying it's like worse, but it'll be a very different experience. Watch many of your YouTube videos. Finally caught you live. Well, welcome, Phil. You getting the vaccine today? Yes. No, I'm a teacher. I'm a teacher in the state of New York because I'm a teacher's assistant for the school. So yeah, young people can't get the vaccine yet in the United States either, but I can because I'm a teacher, basically. Felt guilty about it at first, but I was just like, Americans are good. I like you a lot. I appreciate that. It's East Central College. All right, let's see where that is. East Central College. In Union, Missouri. I'll be honest, I don't know where that is. All right, East Central College. Oh, it's suburban St. Louis. Okay, you're not, like, because there's two Missouris. There's, like, St. Louis, Kansas City, and then there's, like, literally everything else, which is just going to be wild. Let's see how good the team is. Let's see if I recognize any of the teams they've played. NJCAA, a couple of those players have gone to the MLS. Not a lot though. Feel like, oh, we don't have past schedules. Okay, fine. Look, generally NJCAA is very hit or miss. There's more quality than you'd think, because obviously it's not like main NCAA Division I soccer, but there are players that have gone pro from NJCAA, but they go to junior college, and then they go to an actual college, and then you go out. But I think it's a good way if you're coming from out of the country. If you're coming from out of the country and nobody's really watching your tapes, or you're not on any scouts radar, if you come and show out in the NJCAA, then all of a sudden you're easy to scout. You're right there. And so some major programs will look to sign you. Somebody was saying they're going to play at East Central College. I wanted to tell them what to get ready for in terms of quality. The quality of the play in the NJCAA, I would say, is like maybe Vanarama North-South level. Because there are players that come from like the 3rd division in Spain and then play in the NCAA, and the NJCAA is lower than that. The University of Virginia has a couple of players that played in the Norwegian 2nd division, but they never took a contract so they can play in college. So like the 2nd Norwegian division, I'd say maybe those types of levels. Like fully professional levels, but low fully professional levels. If you're playing reserve ball for a good club, you should be able to throttle most of it. What's happened so far? We picked up a big 3-2 win. We didn't deserve it, but Daber Polito bagged a brace. Tiago News had a goal and 2 assists, which is huge. And we're going up against Chavez. We have 4 matches left in the league. We had the Champions League at the beginning of the stream. Imperator beat Reece 95. Our condolences to Reece 95. The English still struggling to bag a trophy the last couple of tournaments, but the Aussies have one. The Australian contingent, the Hammers, has a trophy. Imperator's the king. I've never seen the boys so up for a match, because we've still not mathematically clinched survival. Very long press conference. Ready to rock against Chavez. We win this match at home, we have a chance to finish like 6th in the league, because we are 3 points out of 6th place. We have the tiebreaker over Braga. Like, if we just win our last 4 matches, which is very easy to do, it's Chavez, Tondela. Santa Clara is going to be pretty difficult. But Rio Ave is right around us in the table. We can hang. Tondela's bad. They're trying not to get relegated. Ifeanyi Solomon, dude, I'm going to praise you. You are a keeper that has literally never touched the field for me, and you are showing a great turn in development. The big key, though, is we will actually be able to start selling players after this season. We'll be able to start selling players because we will have enough reputation that people believe the quality of the players on our team. If you look at the valuation of the players on our team compared to the teams we're playing against, it's insanely low. And value usually doesn't matter, but it gives you an idea of how the game's perceiving your players. Not necessarily specific teams like Abate, because the league was so bad it kind of held us back. We'd still be able to sell players for 90 million that were valued at like 4 million. But not the case when you're in the 6th best league in Europe. Then the values are a little more applicable. Hi, Z, is there a chance that I could be moving to the U.S. around Denver? I'm a bit of a coach on a voluntary basis. Do you guys have kids Sunday league style football, non-competitive, mainly for enjoyment and development? So what I would look to do, Alberto Solano, is in the United States, there's club. There's different tiers of club, but there's definitely club. This or high school would probably be a little too annoying to get involved in. I would find the local clubs around you and basically write to them. And when I say clubs in the United States, it's hard to explain to people that aren't from the United States. Like, the clubs stop at U18 because then everybody goes to college or they go pro. But if they go pro at a different club. Like, these clubs are literally just youth clubs, and they're all over the country. That's like what I played in. Like, you know, they're just youth clubs. 99% of clubs in the United States end at U18. Like, the 18-year-olds, the oldest people at the club. And so find the clubs around you and just write to them and be like, hey, you know, I'm a coach. I'd love to work with you guys. This is what I've done in the past. And I don't really know how it works from there, but that's how you'd want to get involved. And it's not like it's too hard to get involved in that sense as like an assistant coach or a part-time guy that shows up and helps training or something. You know, Those guys aren't usually full-time unless they own the club. There's like the club owner, and then the coaches are usually, it's almost somebody's dad sometimes, you know. But you do the better ones travel around a lot to go play in a bunch of different places, and it sounds like that could be something that you could be interested in. So Matty Monier, we're going to drop you. Madrid, he's not going to be ready. Kean Harris is good to go, though. We'll run him and Maglor next to Tang Shun and Castellanos and Hamshik and Harp and Joka. Matt Butcher should be good to go. Get him back. He's not quite, unfortunately. So Joka's got one more chance to try and impress me. Ishtiwi's fine. Noose has definitely cemented his starting spot. Aldair Rodriguez. Yeah, I think we should try and pay attention to that guy. That looks like a good idea. Leading goal scorer and leading assister. Gee. Hard to miss him on the scouting report. All right, boys, here we go. A win. And we are guaranteed safe, which feels weird to say because there's 4 matches left and we are in 9th, but it's technically true. And that was always the goal coming into this season. So let's take care of our business today. Dan Davies, thank you for the prime. Main Waring, thank you for the prime. Is there no Sunday League equivalent then? Not really, no. There are men's leagues around, but there's no organized national Sunday League sort of operation. There's just local men's leagues. You can play in one, it'd be fun. What's the most exciting part about American football? What's the most exciting part about... Here's the thing. I hate debates like this because I've broadcast a bunch of sports, from field hockey to wrestling to volleyball to rhythmic gymnastics. Look, every single sport can be super exciting. Like, when it's a good game, every sport is exciting. Even if you don't even know what's going on. And every sport can be boring. Particularly rhythmic gymnastics, but even that, it can be really exciting. You're like, she needs to hit this 12, you know. She's done it! That sort of thing. Somebody run over to take away this dude's shooting angle. Great hustle by Joka. So you say, like, what's the most exciting thing about American football? I mean, in my opinion, the most exciting thing in American football is a deep ball. Because there's these moments where you just hold your breath. Like, so it's essentially when somebody's in on goal. Because, like, most of the time you're just working the entire game. You're working the entire game for these few moments where you actually have a chance to win. And in American football, that is most often a situation where you've been calling these different plays to try and get the defense. And on most of those plays, there's like a deep option. But for whatever reason, on this particular play call, that deep option is open. And you see the quarterback go. You know, it's really a special thing when you're when you're at an actual game, because normally a throw is really quick and it's like, right? But there's a time where, like, there's time in the pocket and you're there live, so you can look downfield and you're like, he's open, you know, and you grab your friend next to you, or your dad or whoever you're watching the game with, and you're like, he's open, and he rocks back, and with that ball is in the air for an hour and a half sometimes when he lets it go, and then there's going to be, you know, the whole game can hinge on those few seconds. So you just and as a quarterback, that's when you have to be most clutch, because it's like, you can make that throw in practice a million times, but you've got to be able to hit the deep ball, 50 yards down the field in coverage. Right, Kaz, thank you for continuing your gifted sub, by the way. American football is bull. I mean, it's not, right? It's a great sport. It's fun to watch. It's bad for your brain, but it's, you know, the more science develops, the more they'll attempt to find ways to make it safer for your brain. And that's that. But it's not a terrible sport. If you aggressively hate it, it's probably because you've run into some American that's telling you that football is terrible. Which a portion of Americans do believe that. God, come on, man. First goal of the season. It's a really good header. Yeah, an elaborate trick play can be fun too. A Hail Mary's the most, like, say Aussie Rules better than American football. Look, Aussie Rules is great. I got no argument against Aussie rules. Social media and fans have ruined American football. And not like soccer football. The social media around soccer football is like disgusting. Oh, get in! Bro. That's so bad. How? It's just pass the ball, to keep it down. Oh, Tiago News, you're coming off your best game of the season, and you just did that. Oh. Somebody said there's cliche about American football in Europe. What's the cliche about soccer in the United States? Oh, that soccer's a soft sport. That's like always the, it's for the kids with for the kids that do their eyebrows and like have fancy hair. It's like it's for the Neymars of the world. That's the perception of soccer in the United States. I've talked about this before. I mean, soccer's the 4th most popular sport in the United States. Oh, get in. And then he scores. Like, immediately after that, he scores a goal. I appreciate it. But that's, like, the perception. See, what you doubted him. Somebody said sub him off. Clearly, you've never met Tiago News before. What a ball by Castellanos, by the way. I mean, think about it. Look, if you don't grow up where, like, soccer is religion, right? In the United States, soccer is a new sport. It's not an old sport. It's the newest one. Baseball is, baseball, football. Those are the old sports, the manly sports. Soccer's the new sport, right? And if you don't grow up injecting soccer into your veins and football into your veins every Sunday, every Saturday, every day of the year, right? That's the only sport in your sporting culture. You grow up, you understand the rules implicitly. You understand the flow of the game implicitly. You understand what's great, what's not implicitly. Then it's hard to put yourself in this position, but I'm asking you to try. If you're introduced to the game when you're like 12 or 13, where you start to understand the rules, like, what the sport is, but like introduced to, you start playing FIFA and all of a sudden, all these clubs are out there and all these different leagues and stuff. It's kind of like compared to basketball where people score like 50 to 60 times a game, right? It's more in the baseball category where there's not a ton happening if you don't know where to look. There are lulls. If you watch a boring game of football, of soccer, and that's the first game you ever watch, then people are like, the sport's a snooze, And it can be. But so can American football, so can basketball. So literally any sport, as I've said 5 minutes earlier in this conversation, can be a snooze. But it's the thing about only scoring a couple goals for a game. That's where Americans initially struggled to process it, to deal with it. That and the fact that people flop like nobody's business, and the entire U.S. culture is so centered on being tough and like rugged, the American united consciousness is like, ugh. Right? Especially in like the more rural areas, like in the South, in the Midwest, where it's like men are men, you know? And to that, the whole like, referees, you know, in the videos that go viral of somebody like flicking somebody's ear and they act like they got shot, like that. It's so soccer slash football is perceived as a soft sport. Maybe definitely a reason that the women's national team is so good is because it's perceived in a lot of places, and because a lot of schools have women's teams and they don't have men's teams. I want you to think about a world that's a world that I grew up in, where every college in the United States basically every college in the United States to finish the thought, has a women's team. Less than half have a men's team for soccer. I'm just trying to explain American culture, but I'm a little distracted at the moment. So yeah, you know, we're getting screwed, right? Kean Harries misses the header, and then if you say anything, I'll end you. Please remember to shoot. I'm done. It's never gonna get any better than that. That was the same highlight. Dude. Golazo. David Paulino with a beautiful goal for Oriental Dragon. That was the same highlight, dude. 1v1 One Direction. Castellanos, whose passing has been like outstanding, does it again. Ishtiwi. Honestly, you can just keep going. That dude has much more speed than I thought. Oh, Ishtiwi, Polito. That was on target. That started going to the corner flag. Hamsik has been literal dog water. Yeah, to wrap up our US culture conversation, that is the perception of the sport in the larger American consciousness, is that it is a softer sport. And Title IX, meaning that basically every college has to have a women's team. That's why the women's game is so good. Because if you want to play the game in the United States, if you're a woman, you actually have more opportunities to play the game than a man. Salty for life. The sideline tablet has to do with your resolution in Zoom for how many people you get in there. Swampy Joe, thank you for the 2 months, man. Swampy Joe, welcome back to the Hammers. And Hazza, thank you for the Prime. Let's turn this up, bro. I love Ludwig, by the way. Lito? No way he's on, right? He was totally off. Doesn't matter. Oh. Drop it. Lay it off. We got like 8 dudes in the midfield that are just standing there. Butcher, this is good. See, it draws them out. That's why you make that pass. Is that? Oh, it's offside. Because it draws them out. That's why you make the pass. Because now they have to go cover the midfielders. A lot more breathing room for those forwards. We've got 2 guys that are just being led on a safari in this position. Also a little uncomfortable. I don't even think they registered a shot on that 1v1. Like, I don't think they got the XG for that. Oh, Ishtiwi. The timing on that was really good. That was all really good, and the defense was really good, too. I'm just going to use the word really good a couple more times to describe it. No offense to a women's football, but they did lose to a U15 college team in the U.S. It's not a college team. It was FC Dallas U15 team beat them 3-2. Okay. I mean, like, look. Biologically, physically, you know, women have more ab strength than men. They can do more sit-ups than you, right? But dudes had to catch the prey biologically, typically, right? So, writ large, taller and stronger in the chest area and the legs, which faster. We had a long conversation about this in my genetics class when I was in college. It was very fascinating, honestly. But it's like, you know, the reason the U15 team is able to win that game is because the U15 team is in outstanding shape, right? If you picked up a Sunday League team from England and put them up against the U.S. women's national team, they'd lose 42-0, right? The reason the U15 team's able to win is because they're training at FC Dallas every day, right? They're in top shape. They're really good athletes, which is the huge advantage that they're going to have in that game, you know? The U.S. women's team is sick. And I love when they do that because they've done this in Spain. They'll dress up one of the women's national team players as a dude and send them to a Sunday League game, and they just shred people. Absolutely destroy them. You know, because they're really technically skilled. She, like, bagged a free kick at like 2 in that game. It was awesome. Testosterone's a hell of a drug, true. And dudes have more of it. A Sunday League team would smash the U.S. women's national team. Are you like, no? Your buddy's beer league team would get absolutely destroyed by the U.S. women's national team. Now, if you're talking like Vanarama North-South, that's not... I'm talking like the pub league team. Because that's always the person that's sitting there like, these women are terrible! Like, and like they would just get embarrassed in that game, right? Not only the only reason it's a relevant discussion is just because for some reason you feel the need to like validate their skill level. They're the best team in the world, right? The US in particular in that case. Is that not a foul? Top-end Sunday League teams have ex-pros playing for them. There's a reason they're ex-pros, right? I would take the Chelsea women's team over any Vanarama North-South team. I don't know. Like, I don't know which way I would pick in that, but it's also not relevant because the Chelsea women's team are made up of people that are good enough to play for Chelsea, right? That's it. I love watching the U.S. women's national team because it makes me makes me happy. Watching the U.S. men's team makes me sad. Watching the U.S. women's team makes me happy because we're really good. And isn't that what really matters, chat? Happiness. Happiness is what matters. Come on, baby. Give me another goal so we can be cozy. Or just get out of these last 3 minutes. Come on. We are going to officially stay up in Ligue 1, dude.
"7 months, my man. Yeah, boy. Keep going, man. Up the Zia, celebratory hands in the air, 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 celebratory hands in the air,
Celebratory hands in the air!
celebratory hands in the air, 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 celebratory hands in the air.
Yeah! Scoops Callahan, thank you for the 7 months. Ladies and gentlemen, celebratory hands in the air. We have officially stayed up in Liga NOS. We have clinched staying in the top league for another season. Celebratory hands in the air. Excellent work, boys. Very nice victory. We played really well. We deserved the win. We got the win against Chavez. Right, that was a really good game. Tiago News, way to bounce back from the worst miss maybe all year by doing that. The U.S. men's national team now doesn't make me sad, but we haven't really been able to see a team with Pulisic and Reyna and Way and Musa and Serginho Dest, right, and Anthony Robinson and Chris Richards and Zach Steffen. We haven't seen a team with all those dudes on the field yet, right? So what is interesting between the women's and the men's game is seeing a team like Argentina. I saw somebody mention Argentina. And that was super, like, they're just countries that aren't as good at producing the women's side of the game. Scouting all over the world materials, 150%. It's everybody's youth intake, not just yours. Read rumors Pulisic might be leaving Chelsea for more playing time. I wouldn't put too much into that. I think if he's not playing next season, then read into it. Him not playing this season after multiple injuries and just never really getting going after that nasty injury to his hamstring that he had last year. If he's not playing next year, then then I would consider leaving. Right? I mean, shoot, at the end of the last season, people were like, oh, he's going to be at Real Madrid in a couple of years. Obviously, that's not where he would go. I would love to see him Arsenal? Pepe, Pulisic, the internet would explode. But I still think he's got a long future at Chelsea. I'm just, workshopping where he might go. It's going to Juventus. Play with McKennie, that'd be great. I think Pulisic's got a long career at Chelsea. He's just struggled for fitness all year. I think they're being very careful with his legs. Because they know how good he can be. I mean, like, there just aren't a ton of players in the world that can do what he did to drag them into Champions League football last year. So, like him and Giroud, that was it. I think what Tuchel's doing is he's just being insanely careful with his legs. If he's not playing next season, then that's your problem. May have over the ball, but don't remember our keeper having too many saves to make. We were able to get more shots, more chances, score more goals. So we were very good value for something today. What sort of an impact do you think getting a goal just before halftime had? Great time to score. David Polito's winning goal for the team. Newfound belief and confidence for the boys. Yeah, I mean, we've been a really good competitive team all season. We're in 7th in the league. Do we still have a chance? 3 matches left. Is Europe still on the cards? It all depends on Marin's choking. They haven't played yet, but we're putting the pressure on. If they lose, it's 6 points with 3 matches left and technically still possible. They have to lose, and obviously we have to vault over Braga too. But I just want it to be possible, right? I just want it to be possible. Has anyone tried to be terrible to the press and just see what happened? That'd be funny. My FM Pulisic went to Real Madrid for under 25 million in 2024. What odds do you give for the U.S. to win the World Cup in 2026? What odds do I give? 5-1. Pulisic will get his chance. Tuchel's just trying to create some stability to see Chelsea through to the end of the season. He's too good not to play at some point. I'm just happy for Havertz. I'm not worried about Pulisic's quality. I'm just worried about his legs. You know, like if he's healthy, he will play in almost any team in the world. So.
Plus.
Pulisic just isn't an amazing player. Did you watch the matches against Liverpool? Did you watch the match against Manchester City? Did you watch basically the last 12 matches of the season last year? I mean, that was him at 21 years of age bossing 2 months worth of Premier League matches consecutively. I mean, he has it in him. And I've known it since he was 17 because in the United States, if you like follow soccer, then you just watch every time that man breathes. 5-1 in a 48 team event. I would say the U.S. is probably going to be the 5th or 6th most likely to win that tournament. Based off the home field advantage and a golden generation reaching kind of peak ability. That's what I was trying. I'm not very good at betting stuff. You missed a few zeros. I think the U.S. will be 5th or 6th most likely to win that tournament. Pulisic didn't have injury problems until he got to Chelsea either. He had the tweak, and then he went to Chelsea and was out for like the early part of his career, and then right at the end of that season, the FA Cup finally just went completely. I was surprised that he played at all near the beginning of the season this year. And then he just can't, like, understandably, if he didn't let it recover all the way, he just keeps playing. And it keeps getting worse. Is Dortmund popular in the U.S. because of Reina and Pulisic? Yes. Dortmund's popular in the U.S. for giving us our gods. Correct. Reina is not playing a ton, though. I honestly think he had a short stretch of games where but he's done that over time. Like when you watched him at 17, 18 years old running around for Borussia Dortmund, he was still doing that. His insane work rate, his craftiness on the ball, that's always been who he is. Max effort, max tilt all the time. Some of the golden generation may not play for the U.S. team. The one that's up in the air is Yunus Musa. Yunus Musa could still play for about 47 national teams, but he's accepted call-ups to the U.S. Do the U.S. have any good defensive talents? Chris Richards, who is a Bayern player loaned to Hoffenheim, starts every game in the Bundesliga. He's a very good center back. Anthony Robinson, the left back from Fulham, is America's left back. Dest is the right back. He plays obviously at Barcelona. The other center back is like Matt Miazga or like Walker Zimmerman. It's a bit of an interpretive spot. It's certainly not as good as Chris Richards is just going to be the regular dude there. Oh no, it's oh god, I always forget John Brooks is still alive. It's John Brooks! John Brooks for the USA! It's John Brooks and Chris Richards, the center backs. Oh, Aaron Long. Yeah, it's Aaron Long. Oh, Mark. Oh, I forgot about Mark McKenzie. I use sideline for games. Between Fariñez and Shahid, which FM20 goalkeeper do you like more? Shahid was better, but Wilker Fariñez captured the imagination. What about Folarin Balogun? He's not decided who he wants to play for, and I don't know if he'd get games for the U.S. right now. Morent's won, so we're not gonna. The European dream's officially dashed. But the top half dream still intact. Oh my god. I really need to learn Long's first name. All I remember is his hair. I see his face every time I say it. Materials scouting the whole
Sorry,
world.
but if UVA wins against Georgia Tech tonight, my fiance will lose it. Y'all made the tournament already anyways. Hashtag go Jackets.
We're not playing Georgia Tech. Georgia Tech's playing Miami first. We play Syracuse tonight. If Georgia Tech and Virginia both win, then we play each other. You play any of the remaining league games today? If I have the time, yeah. I have to go get my vaccine. Yeah, UVA Syracuse is not tonight. UVA Syracuse is in the middle of the day. It's at 12. I guess it's 5 p.m. for the English folk. Yes, Virginia Syracuse in the ACC tournament is there. By the way, there seem to be a lot of USA players in Germany. Yeah, the German scouts are all over the US. That's why Sargent is there. There's a couple of other guys whose names I can't really remember. They're like, oh, he signed in Germany, right? Because they all, like, Pulisic is a, look, Dortmund made out like a bandit on Christian Pulisic because they paid exactly $0 for him. And then everybody else was like, wait, what the you can sign people that are that good for no money at all if you find them early enough in the US? And they're like, yep. And so now they just come over to the US and they find 17-year-olds and they're in Tyler Adams and they're like, you. And they pay like $2 million and they get him. Matthew Hoppe, exactly. Matthew Hoppe's a great example of these like no-name dudes that they find and scout and snag from the US, and all of a sudden he comes in and scores a hat trick in the Bundesliga immediately. And you're like, oh. Dortmund GM plays FM. Honestly, he does. I do know Reggie Cannon at Boa Vista. He's got some caps. I like him. Problem is, he's behind Dest and Adams for like the right back position. It's true. Weston McKennie was one of those guys. But Weston McKennie was already. His dad was in the military or something, and so he had like German going on. I mean, he came up through Dallas Academy, so it's, he grew up in the U.S., but he had a little more affiliation with Germany than just being an American that was good. Do you think the U.S. golden generation? No, it's not a one-time thing. The U.S. sporting culture has hit critical mass on being a fan of the sport, right? Soccer is the fastest growing of the 5 major sports in the U.S. And so it's the U.S. golden generation is not a blip, and then all of a sudden we're not going to Czech Republic it and just recede again. There's just going to continue to be more and more players that come through. It's football. Nah, I mean, look, Stream Elements will disagree with you no matter what you say, so it doesn't matter. Yeah, no, you know what's really funny is that there are some clubs that they'll like try and pay SI for their scouting knowledge like in advance. So they'll go to SI and be like, you know, hey man, just, you know, can I slip you like a crisp $2 bill, and you just go ahead and you go ahead and give me that scouting database just a little bit early because yeah, it'd be great. Like they literally do that. Soccer will eventually replace baseball as the top 3, yeah. Look, the United States... Okay, here's another thing you need to understand about the United States. The domestic population of the United States has stopped growing. The United States domestic population, like people that are born here, the population domestically has stopped growing. We're just below replacement rate with the birth rate of the domestic population right now. But the United States population is still exploding and continues to explode. Where are all those people coming from? They're all immigrating from countries where soccer and football is like an even more popular sport than it is in the United States. And so not only is it becoming more popular just in general, but the population continues to shift because of the birth rate trends. Like, the population growth in the United States is solely motivated by people that love the sport. Or more likely to love the sport. Baseball always be 1-2 with the NFL. Baseball's already 3, dude. In terms of what is the question in the poll is, what is your favorite sport? Baseball is 3 on that list, behind basketball and football. Should Zach Steffen be loaned out somewhere? I mean, he plays some. He's the number 2 goalkeeper at one of the biggest clubs in the world. I got no problem with that being our number 1 goalkeeper, you know? I've just seen you place what in the Sunday League, Fox? I'm disappointed. We need to talk. Really? LOL, a poll, that settles it. Jacob, you seem very offended. Look, I love baseball. I broadcast for minor league baseball for years. You can't argue with, like, facts. Ratings for the MLB are falling. They've got a problem convincing the new generation to watch baseball. That is a fact. Because you can see the demographics of people that watch the sport. Right? You know, I guess facts can be offensive, but that's just true. And the 3rd most popular sport in the United States is baseball. The 4th is soccer, and soccer on trend to pass baseball in the next 5 to 10 years. And then baseball's the 4th most popular sport. Now, a ton of people are still going to watch and play baseball. That's not the point. You know what's your number 1 in any position? Being a backup? I mean, being a backup at Man City is not a bad thing. It's not just a COVID trend, Jake. Baseball's revenue is higher, Jacob, because baseball has 162 league games while the NBA has 81. That's why it's higher. Can't believe you got John Gruden to be at a camp with be at a camp you were doing with kids. Because I actually know John Gruden. He was my coach for my flag football team when I was growing up. Random fact. Okay, so Jacob's established that he hates the NBA and loves baseball. Has made the factual argument that nobody would watch 162 NBA games. I'm just saying that baseball provides a lot more TV time. That's why it makes more money. Because if you have 162 games in everybody's season, that, like, how many games is that on TV? It's insane. He breezes the press conference with the automatic answers. Yeah, I actually know Gruden. He was the coach for my flag football team growing up. I helped him do prep for a Monday night football game one time, just as kind of a shadowing experience, which was really cool. So it was, I just texted him and was like, "Hey, you want to?" I called him. I don't remember. Just like, "Hey." NFL, baseball, basketball is an Englishman, said Johnny. And then hockey's a fun sport because it is one of the major sports in the US, but there's just people that watch hockey. There's just like hockey dudes. Hockey's always going to have like the same number. And when your team, I love hockey. It's not my favorite sport, but I love watching it. I love playoff hockey. Like, it's great. The Tampa Bay Lightning are a great hockey club, as they call it. But it's always going to be like the lowest viewed of the major sports, but it's, you know, definitely a major sport, and we sell out every game. Tampa Bay Lightning sell out every game, baby. Igor Borisov, this dude's good. Best young Belarusian in the world, Igor Borisov. Big time baller. There is a pro lacrosse league, yeah, but it's not like super popular. Well, basketball is the biggest American sport globally, for sure. Not even close. I mean, some of the best basketball players in the world are not American, you know. Hockey is also, well, hockey's not an American sport. It's a Canadian sport that the United States has just adopted, full stop. But obviously a lot of great hockey players are from all over the world too. I've always thought the amount of games per season for the NBA, MLB, and NHL are too much to follow. Nah, it's fine. 82 games is great. Love the vision. Love the development. Francois Xavier Garand, he's trying. Fabian Rodriguez is not trying. Alberto Damian. Come on, Rio Ave. Let's do this. Johan Baki. What's up, homie? Butcher, Madrid are both basically cleared. That's fine. We're gonna bring Madrid up. He was the guy that we weren't sure on. That's good. We got everybody back except for that other guy. The guy we loaned in who's barely going to play in any match that means anything this season. All right, we want to finish as high as humanly possible in the league this year. We found some success with out of this formation recently, even though Marek Hamšík has been just terrible in the last couple of matches. Rio Ave. Let's barnstorm them. Vamos! Vamos! Hey, see, aren't you from the US? Yeah, I am. Curling is amazing. I love curling. You still believe how chaotic it was in the NBA last year and people found out the season was suspended when the game was about to tip off? I remember watching that, and I was watching it. I'm like, this is a historical event. I'm in the middle of experiencing a historical event. When I was watching, like, the NBA players were getting pulled off the floor. And I'm sitting there, and I think it called my dad. I was like, how long is it going to be until we're able to watch sports again? Like, actually. Because they just kill. I mean, the U.S. is sports. Like, if you cancel sports, we better be, like, in World War III, basically. What drew you to football, soccer? I mean, I played from an early age. Honestly, a DS game of the World Cup. The World Cup 2006 game on Nintendo DS was the first game I played. And I was like, wow, there are all these countries that play this sport? Because that, you know, it's an unusual experience for a young American child when every other sport, you don't think about the countries around the world playing it. You just think about your country playing it, right? Is there a sport you don't like? No, I watch pretty much every sport. I mean, I love the Olympics. I love everything in the Olympics. I think maybe the shooting in the Olympics, but sometimes that even gets really hype when you get down to the last couple of shots. So, but yeah, that's about it. No, I mean, I watch all the majors in golf. I watch the majors in tennis. Like, I try and understand, and you better score this. I try to understand and enjoy every sport. I will say my least favorite thing probably to watch, regular season NBA or regular season baseball kind of sucks, but those sports in the playoffs are so good, you know, or like late in the season when there's a lot of stuff on the line. But sometimes in like the middle of the dregs of the season, those games can, yeah, you're not really going to catch me watching those all the time. Oh, what a terrible header. I don't really understand cricket. so I don't want to hate on it. I'm just not into motorsports. Actually, that's true. What's my least favorite sport? It's probably motorsports. I know a ton of people love it. I just never got into it. NASCAR or F1. Like, I understand it. You know, the strategy, from the gas to the tires, and you want to, like, the more you wear down your tires, the more dangerous it's going to get. You know, a little less traction, right? But you're going to be able to get a few more laps in. Like, there's a lot of strategy in there. It's just not probably really just the only sport that I never sit down and watch is the motorsports. I know a ton of people love F1, and I'm not like saying that what you know, for whatever reason, the way my brain works, it's just not something that does it for me. And I know it does it for a lot of people, and I'm not offended by that. Yeah, well, baseball's been around since the 1840s. People always talk about, you know, like, Americans are all these newfangled sports. Baseball, organized baseball, is so much older than organized soccer, football. And by so much, I mean like 30 years older. But it is about 30 years older. The organized set rules of the game, national governing body. We're talking before the Civil War, before the U.S. Civil War. We're talking like antebellum slavery in the South old. The sport was already going on. Sports and history is always a very cool thing to dig into because you never contextualize it. You say like, well, baseball is found in the 1840s. You don't think about what the United States looked like in the 1840s when it was being founded. I mean, we're talking about a different, you know, era of history in general. A completely different understanding of humanity. And baseball was codified. Like, it was already going on. People were playing baseball. It's interesting to think about. They played baseball during the Civil War. I'm sure they did. A little harder than just to have a kick a ball around. They might have thrown a ball back and forth across the trenches, but there was legitimately a more localized hatred between the two sides than there was in World War I. The Civil War was such a personal war. It was... Everybody was fighting it for their own personal reason. You know, a lot of them were just simple-mindedly, like, doing it because their state was under attack, or they, like... You know, the same reasons that people feel culturally threatened today. They felt culturally threatened, or preserve the union and freedom and whatever. Like, it was such a personal war. There's such an edge to it. I know that every war is terrible, but the Civil War had such a, like... You feel it when you read the diaries. It's like this really pure kind of... You know, these guys are our brothers. How could they, like, sort of thing. It's kind of just expecting us to score at some point, and it just hasn't happened. Which is really ruining my attempt to have, like, a really fun, interesting conversation right now. Come on, Kean Harries. I know you're not fast, but he's fast enough. Do they have Fabinho? Not fair. Yo, thank you for the 2 months, geek, dude. I'm a huge history nerd. I'm a history major. I can do this all day. A Welshman in the Dragons team. Yep, Kean Harry's got called to the Welsh national team too. We got him back into the Welsh team. Oh, keep it in, Castellanos. Good, great play. Let's go, Ishtiwi. Polito running the channels. Diver Polito. Send him off. Kind of hoping that's what that highlight was for. Spin back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. Let's move Butcher back for Marek Hamsik. go kind of roaming playmaker, and then Joka in here as an advanced. Hamshik is just like ready to retire, man. He's had it averaged 6.6 over the last couple matches. It's been terrible. Oh, nice ball. Noose. That was pretty well done. He controlled it, kept the defender behind him, hit the ball hard, hit it on target. Really hard for me to complain about that play. Hamshik is 38. Shut up. Back in. Oh, I like that. Oh, he should have taken some time. He had a touch to take there. Could have really opened him up. No reason to go first time with that ball. Absolutely no reason. Like the chances we're creating, though. It's clean. Yeah, Polito. Nice. Play Polito again. Yeah. Force that midfield to retreat. I would not have gone for that pass, though. That was very, very difficult. Hate to break it to you, because you're really good, but you're not that good. Not at passing. Ooh, Michelle Lima. Getting jiggy with it. Should go back to him. Yeah, now he's got an open cross. Or turns it down, then creates another open cross. Oh! How I didn't expect that to go in. The noose is loose, boys. The noose is loose. What a header. Thiago News. News. Oh, Johan. Boo. Or my ball. He's off. Thank goodness, dude. That was very close to being sick. We're good. We're good. Evolution, thank you for the Prime. Thank you for the 2 months and spending $5 of Jeff Bezos money. And Pressalicious, you've done the same thing. The Noose says for the 4 months. Love it.
The news.
The boy Madrid. Come on, Michelle. Come on, Michelle. There's nobody there. He's not fast, but he's also not slow. Just walk this in. It's just a bad finish. He's a pretty good shooter. He's got 12 finishing. Could have put the game away. He's had a pretty poor season. Could have put the game away, though. Could have given us a lasting impression that he can still get the job done. Classy. Slip him. He had a couple of through balls. If he just swung that into the channel, somebody could have gotten to it. Likely. Ooh, Joka. Nice ball. Just love to hate him, don't we? We just love to hate him. Does the VAR and FM ever say the goal is legal? Rarely. Rarely. That dude was pretty clearly offside. Oh, Polito. Mad Leprechaun, thank you for the gifted sub. In honor, we score a goal. David Polito, it's 2-0. He's a stud. He's a stud. He's a stud. Also, we just that put us ahead of them in XG. Nice. I mean, they were over 1 XG when we were at 0.34, so we've really dominated the last 20, 25 minutes of this game. Got nearly a full point XG, but... we're hot here at the end of the season. We're hot. Couple of wins in a row. We want that really good looking finish, I'm telling you. Andrew, thank you so much for the 2 months on the tier 1. Oh, yeah. I'm pleased. We're in a great mood. I'm very pleased. Chinese Messi's coming in July 1st. On loan, though. How old's Polito? He's 19. Yeah, we're 7th on the table. Look, we're really happy with that. How pleased are you with the win? We played some lovely stuff.
Come on, the Dragons.
Come on, the Dragons, says Joe. Thank you for the 4 months. Set for goal bonus. He's 1 goal away. Is it worth $4,000? Sure. Good result against the head coach. He's been very complimentary. I'd rather focus on the match itself. I think we were great. Maglor was great. He lifted the rest of the team. We know he can play that way sometimes. It's just the consistency that's the question with him. What have you adopted this tactical approach? Comes down to it. We're just trying to win. We're just trying to win as many ball games as we can, and we're doing that pretty well right now. So we've created some distance. Lejoas and Nacional are officially relegated. Portimonense has 2 matches to try and catch Tondela. We might have sent them down. David Polito, who we signed in January and didn't join the team until February, is the leading goal scorer in the league with 10 goals for us. And Kean Harris, I think, is literally second on that list. Oh no! Oh child! Oh baby! Oh baby! Oh no! Watch out for that development. Watch out for that development. Hey guys, we're 7th in the league right now. Isn't that a good enough reason to dance? Oh yeah. 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 baby! What a performance today! What a performance! What a cat jam, dude. We hadn't hit it. We hadn't hit it in a minute. We hadn't hit it in a minute. Set that song as your alarm. You'll be walking on water until you get back in bed. Cat to the freaking jam. We got some nodders out there. Oh, yeah. Teddy Berton, our under-23s coach that we just brought in this season's approaching retirement. We're that bad, huh? But if I'm already in bed, it will lift you out of the bed. Like you're being abducted by aliens. You will float out of your bed, up onto your feet. From there, you will conquer the day. April Player of the Month. Really? David Polita didn't win it because the dude scored 6 goals and had an assist. Congrats to you. Head Coach of the Month. Oh, sick. Yeah. I bet if I was coaching Porto, I could win 3 of my 4 matches too. Oh, wait. I did. A different team. I just lost one. Boo! 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 Oh! Only 2 games left. If we win both of them, we'll be on 52 points. Guaranteed top 7 finish if we win both of these games, which would be massive for the reputation. I mean, that's just huge in all perceptions. Boa Buffett, thank you so much for the Twitch Prime. Second season syndrome incoming. No, I mean, we're going to use the fact that we've been so successful this year to dramatically improve our team going into next season. Normally it's second season at a club. This would be, you know, we've been at the club the whole time. We know these lads in and out. They've got the utmost respect for us. We bring the energy. Our first time in this division, second now. We're going to be able to loan effectively throughout the entire offseason, which is kind of key. Dude's actually a pretty good shot stopper.
To the great beyond.
To the great beyond, says Eric Mendez. Yeah, he's got 2 matches left as part of the team. It's rare that you end up with somebody that has that much quality, that is that much of a legend in the history of the club, like Eric Mendez is. It's rare that you end up with somebody like that, and he is going to fade into oblivion after this season. But thank you for the 4 months, Eric Mendez. Thank you for the 4 years of service to this club. You know what? Eric Mendez is only 31. He's probably going to try and play a few more years. Eric Mendez gets the start in the last 2 matches of the season. We've cemented our place. We have cemented our place. It is well out of the relegation zone. We'll be in a good spot in the league. Let's give him a send off. We don't have anybody on the play. It's literally just Porto players. Cool. Dan James is going to win Portuguese Player of the Year. Young Player of the Year. No love, man. I mean, Raymol's on the Player of the Year voting. He's also in the Young Player of the Year voting. Then I'm guessing he's going to win that. Best goalkeeper, it's definitely not ours. So, Daniel Bielica. There, my votes are in. Okay, my votes are in. Yeah, I was just thinking I remembered having Mendez playing in this reserve match. No, he's going to get the start in the last 2 matches. Back-to-back hat tricks the last 2 games for Eric Mendez. Will Eric get a testimonial? Wait, stop. Everybody stop moving. It says 5th. But again, if we're playing for potential Europe, I'm gonna like. Portugal is 7th. It's because we're in 7th instead of 6th on the table. It's only the top 5 instead of the top 6 because the Netherlands has taken the 6th spot, so they get 3, 4, 5, 6. Portugal gets 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Because the Netherlands has passed Portugal in coefficient. So you are right normally, but yeah, not right in this instance. Whew. I was like, hold on. You're saying we're like goal difference out of that spot with 2 matches left? Or the transfer strategy after the season finishes. Identify, bag a couple of wonder kids, continue to improve the team based off the better free agents we're going to be able to sign. To be on, yeah, I stream every time I play this save. I'm streaming it, so I will be streaming the off season. Yes, I will be streaming the off season. That's a shame, dude. Oh no, I guess we're 3 points out of it. Braga's got the 6th spot right now, but we are ahead of Sporting because of our head-to-head record against them this season, and our head-to-head record against Maritimo has us ahead of them as well. So that's cool. Tondela, if Tondela wins against us, which obviously we're hoping they don't do, then relegation is decided. And if they draw, unless Portimonense has got the head-to-head on them, because the goal difference isn't particularly close. And shout out to Tondela, who got promoted. They're staying up. Lejoas got promoted, but they were just bad. They were the worst team in the league this year, even though we lost to them. Didn't lose to Sporting, but I'll be damned if we didn't lose to Lejoas at the bottom of the league. Hopefully we move up in that qualification places so that top 6 gets us in there. Some of your players talking about the positive atmosphere. Yeah, I mean, we're feeling great. We were relegation favorites. We had to battle bravely against relegation at the start of the season, and we're soaring. Your favorite for best player in Europe? Kai Havertz and Odegaard. Nice. Carlos Soler. I'm going to go De Bruyne. Because, you know, it's Kevin De Bruyne and not Carlos Soler. No offense, but... Do you have an off-stream save? No, I do not. Hey, that's... Oh, shoot. I have to go get my vaccine. Ladies and gentlemen, that was my alarm. I have 20 minutes to get to the stadium to get my vaccine. But just fine. I'll be there in plenty of time. It's like very close to here. But
I have mine another week.
Time to get vaxxed, bro. Dude, you see how hot it is in here? It's like 50 degrees outside, so leaving my window open doesn't help. Hashtag Sweat Boys Unite. Okay. Great stream, though. Congratulations to Imperator for winning the Champions League final. Huge moves for Imperator winning the Champions League final. Let's go find somebody to raid, make their day. So you can keep hanging out. You can keep vibing while we're just out, you know. We're out living. Well, we'll just be out there living. Because that's what we do. We live. How about, dude's name is rather strange. This guy looks nice. He's got a likable face. We're rating this guy. Celebratory hands, boys. Celebratory hands in the air, yo. Celebratory hands in the air. If you have not watched the new video that came out today, it is a Save Your Saves. It's the 3rd edition of what has now become a series that I really hope you guys enjoy. I will be on stream tomorrow at normal time. Check your schedules down below to see what's up. I've got to go get vaccinated, go to class, do some lab work, record some podcasts. Podcasts will be out tomorrow. 20 Good Minutes in the Zealand podcast. Armchair History, we're hoping to record this weekend. We've got a meeting to talk about pre-production before that. Thank you, guys. Yeah, we've got a great editorial team now. Reece took a week off, so it was Eyal and Sam. This last video was edited by Sam. He's brilliant. He's going to be doing 1 video a week for most of the time. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, I accidentally talked into the raid yesterday, so I will shut up early. I love you guys. Thank you to everybody that gifted subs, that joined the Hammers, that allows us to do what we do and continue to have like 3 editors and amazing, and continue to and bring in people to do all these tests and just continue to push the envelope on what we can do in Football Manager. Oh, by the way, I have played FIFA. And I recorded it, me playing FIFA for the first time in 5 years. That has been recorded, and it will be on YouTube within the next week. I hope you're looking forward to that. But check out the video from today, too. It's cool. All right, bye! Off to get a shot. We're off to get a shot. We're off to get a shot.